veni, vidi, vici Julius Caesar. Carpe diem, Horace. The greater our knowledge increases, the greater our ignorance unfolds. John F. Kennedy, referencing Cicero. To be ignorant of what occurred before you were born is to remain always a child. Cicero. Fate leads the willing and drags along the reluctant. Seneca. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more. Thought is poor. Seneca. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Marcus Aurelius. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Seneca. The first step in wisdom is to admit ignorance. Socrates. Greek, but influential in Rome. He who is brave is free. Seneca. The obstacle is the path. Zenon, founder of Stoicism. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. Seneca. The mind that is anxious about future events is miserable. Seneca. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Epictetus. No one can be happy who has been thrust outside the pale of truth. Seneca. Dwell on the beauty of life, watch the stars, and see yourself running with them. Marcus Aurelius. It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable. Seneca. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Marcus Aurelius. To live happily is an inward power of the soul. Marcus Aurelius. Man conquers the world by conquering himself. Zeno of Citium. We are all fools when we love. Publius Syrus. The wise man does nothing against his will. Seneca. While we teach, we learn. Seneca. The soul is dyed the color of its thoughts. Marcus Aurelius. An unjust peace is better than ageist war. Cicero. The greatest wealth is a poverty of desires. Seneca. The only way to deal with this life is to find a calm that suits you. Seneca. Fortune favors the bold. Terence. Do everything as if the whole world were watching. Seneca. Not how long, but how well you have lived is the main thing. Seneca. Freedom is the sure possession of those alone who have the courage to defend it. Pericles, Roman-influenced Athenian statesman. It is not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. Leon Meganson, inspired by Darwin's ideas with Roman undertones. The wise man sees in every ending a new beginning, Seneca. Patience is the best remedy for every trouble, Plautus. The mind unlearns with difficulty what it has long learned, Seneca. A contented mind is the best source for trouble, Plautus. To improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often. Winston Churchill, inspired by Roman adaptability. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. There is no greatness where there is no simplicity. Leo Tolstoy, reflecting Roman ideals. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall, Seneca. The way to gain a good reputation is to endeavor to be what you desire to appear, Socrates, Roman-influenced Athenian philosopher. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy, Marcus Aurelius. Hope is the pillar that holds up the world. Hope is the dream of a waking man, Pliny the Elder. Life is long if you know how to use it, Seneca. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step, Lao Tzu, with Roman philosophical resonance. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more. Thought is poor, Seneca. The greatest wealth is to live content with little, Plato, with Roman influence. Character is simply the combination of habit and passion, Cicero. The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane, Marcus Aurelius. He who is not a good servant will not be a good master, Plautus. It is not the place that ennobles the person, but the person who ennobles the place, Seneca. To live is to fight with fortune, Plautus. We become wiser by adversity. Prosperity destroys our appreciation of the right, Seneca. The more corrupt the state, the more numerous the laws, Tacitus. Life is like a play. It's not the length, but the excellence of the acting that matters, Seneca.